Right now in Campbell County, leaders are working to reopen the only hospital in Jellico. Jellico Regional Hospital was forced to shut down more than a year ago after an intervention by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. The shutdown means people living within that community do face a 30-minute drive north or south if they are in need of emergency care. Take a look. The closest options, LaFollette or across the state line in Kentucky. The mayor of Jellico says the new group overseeing the hospital is Phoenix Rural Health. The mayor confirms the new operators did sign paperwork earlier this year. Here's a quick history. 3 years ago in 2021, the hospital shut down and city council voted to kick out operator Renova Health. Leaders say that operator failed to hire enough staff to care for patients. Hospital workers also complained they weren't paid on time. The healthcare center was set to reopen in 2022. City leaders cut a deal with Bovida Healthcare, but the reopening was delayed and it only partially reopened in 2023, as you see there. Tonight, 10 News reporter Avery Gingrich walking us through a new tour of the hospital with the latest operator.
Dr. Mark Clapp says that time is essential to high-quality healthcare. He says that's a resource that fewer and fewer rural Tennesseans have access to, including in Jellico. He wants to change that.
Time is standing still inside Jellico Regional Hospital. Dr. Mark Clapp remembers when time was flying by.
Part of my inspiration for going out and being a family doc came out of Jellico's hospital.
He worked here, delivering the first babies of his career, learning from mentors he thinks about more than 30 years later. That hasn't saved several companies from losing money operating the hospital.
I think you ought to tell how long it took to get here and whether you'd want to do it with a lady in labor or having chest pain with your father.
Clapp is the CEO of Phoenix Rural Health. The operators want to turn the building into a rural emergency hospital.
You are not allowed to have inpatient beds. Everybody wants inpatient beds, but I think it's the best model to how we do the business of medicine.
There's a LaFollette Medical Center here that we used, and then Jellico is, we call it, on the other side of the mountain.
State Representative Dennis Powers says lawmakers see the importance of rural health care.
We had $78 million in rural hospitals, and we added 20 more, so we put $98 million total in rural hospital grants. And
there's an ER doc who lives a mile up that road who wants to participate.
Clapp says he's talking to both experienced professionals and the College of the Cumberlands about staffing his new hospital when it opens.
That was Avery Gingrich reporting. The new operators expect to reopen 90 to 120 days after regulators approve the plan.